Bank of America Stadium. Coming up, it's a battle to represent.
Man, Shannon, I just went to the league, brother, and I got 2 98 speed receivers.
Damn, you invite me? Jeez.
It's a team open too.
Invite me.
For a chance to come back to this very stadium in 2 weeks' time, we are off and running in the NFC Championship. Takes this about 5 yards.
Cause this nigga be kicking people out just cause. If you don't play a game 1 week,
that sounds like somebody we know. Just because.
What's that nigga name? Damn, what's that nigga name? That nigga Tim Hurton, what fucking name is? That's how you know it's the real league.
Who fuck that is?
You remember Tim Hurton?
The Pat.
Yeah.
Oh, doing for my league?
Yeah, that's a loyal nigga.
He got a league?
He don't play his game.
He the commish?
I don't know. But he in here, bitch.
Yeah, he do play out his game. He's so sorry. They talking about Super Bowl. Whoever wins Super Bowl play tonight. Bitch, you tripping. Yeah, whoever wins. Like, this nigga got Tyree Jackson. But I beat the nigga last time we got played in regular season, though. But who the fuck doing that, dog?
You ain't gonna bitch him out there, nigga. Yeah, shut down. Tripping.
Nice, dog.
Mojo, I'm gonna leave you alone. Never mind.
Wait, my voice, the voice thing shared? Oh, hell nah.
Out to the 25. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he fires one that's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense. I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. From the gun, Jackson. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Jackson escaping the pressure right. He'll run it, and I think the ball's out. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers.
I know many talk about the kick return as maybe the most exciting play in football, but any type of a return where it's a change of possession, where the defense gets the ball, that's exciting too, but it's not just an accident. Once they get the football, they've worked on finding people to block, creating running lanes for the guy with the ball, and protecting him. And this one was a long run.
Absolutely, they did all of that and more. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. So a very good start, but don't go get those Super Bowl T-shirts left. Still the early going here.
I wonder if they're even printing them at this stage of the game, right? Do you wait a little longer before you say which one you're going to do? Good advice, Brandon. Make sure you know there's a lot of game left, but a good start.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
The ball carrier.
Tony Pollard, 75 yards. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
The kick is
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
They go play action now. Jackson. He's going to air one out for Anderson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defense.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
to Mike Evans.
63 yards. And the Bucs have taken the lead.
His kick is good.
On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlines, but incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
1st and 10 at the 40.
Jackson on 1st down. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
He's across
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
a gain of 2.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Gets it to his running back, Cannon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Flush to his right. Open man is Samuel, complete. Touchdown, Carolina! Curtis Samuel, 37 yards. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break through.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And a Buccaneer first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. They'll run with Pollard. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On second and 12, Brady. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 41-yard line.
Gain of 14.
A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied, 14-14.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From the 36, Brady. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 18. 18 yards there, down to the 18 and a first down. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. On the draw, it's Pollard. And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
The ball carrier.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a third and about 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now Brady. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19, the 40. He's at the 30, 10, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Brady. And he rifles one incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Shotgun now for Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
The game at 21 apiece.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Taken in the end zone. Gets around him. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Play action. Now Jackson winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again. Jackson. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
38-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Brady. This is Chenault on the receiving end. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's
2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53. From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. He's got Evans. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
On 1st down, Pollard. Rasul Douglas there to get him down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you can do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Brady going to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down here, Mike Tomlin says, let's just get 3. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
At their own 28-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Jackson from the shotgun. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
He sets to fire deep and almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
On second down, Pollard. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he's going to have a first down here as they're also into field goal range at the 28.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Brady. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
It's third down.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Pollard. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
John Brown on for the field goal. A 34-yard.
And this one is right through.
He is good.
And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And this is going to be a Panthers first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
37-yard line.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, Jackson gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That catch good for only a couple.
At the Buccaneers' 36-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. From the gun, Jackson. And Nelson's got it here right side. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 22-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
At the 22-yard line.
They go play action with Jackson. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Panthers have tied this game up. They can take the lead with the extra point. And he knocks it through.
Makes the score Panthers 28, Buccaneers 27.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down.
First down. Operating
from the gun, Brady. is here as he's taken down.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Brady, he's going to rifle one deep left side. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 49 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Run for Pollard. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Brady's throw there complete.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's Brady. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Hey. 4 down. Ozzy. 24 is the mic. Oh, you get over.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Troy Pride. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
Panthers 30.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Play action. It's Jackson. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
To throw again on 2nd down, Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because it nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. And Jackson throwing once more. Open man is Anderson. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And this is good for a first down, his second grab in this NFC Championship bout. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. McCaffrey following the penalty. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Devin White on the tackle. A gain of 10 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Buccaneers' 23-yard line.
1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's 2nd down. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. Trying to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Third and goal, Jackson. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of him had almost no chance to block him. They were on him in a hurry.
I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this one likely on the short list for Game of the Year candidates. And boy, did it come in a good one here in the playoffs. All tied in the 4th with a berth to the Super Bowl on the line. Buckle up, everybody. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action, but other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. And this is good for a first down. His second grab of this NFC Championship bout. Now Pollard. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
The ball carrier.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Pollard again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
And it's 3rd down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Brady. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this is going to be intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the 4th quarter. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They go play action now. Jackson. And his pass incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Taking a shot for Samuel. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Push him back. Push him back.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
On for the point after.
In a tie game, 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter. This possession, gigantic. Tackled by Reggie Robinson.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourself.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 41-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Going to run again here with Pollard. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Pollard. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. But things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it. And now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up. But they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Off the play fake. Jackson. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Intercepted. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. After the interception, here's Jackson. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Christian McCaffrey out of bounds at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to almost certainly win the football game. And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So it's not quite over yet, but you have to figure they pretty well got this one on ice now.
And Brandon, I'm trying to figure out how they remain so calm in these situations and then go out and execute, because I'm up here shaking like a leaf, and I wasn't the one who had to make that kick.
They look calm, but I bet if you had a heart rate monitor on them, it'd be up in the 300s right now. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during.
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Pitching it out to McCaffrey. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Final score.
So, Charles, oh so close on one side to getting to that Super Bowl. Oftentimes, we just show the stage and the glitz and the glamour and the confetti. Sometimes